Ray? Nathan, you Ray?
Yep.
No, I'm down. Let's go.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
I'm recording now, so.
Okay.
Alright, so we want to talk about Fimena first? Get the Draco
I
going?
yeah, I think we kind of have to talk about Fimena raw. Like we have to talk about kind of all the Draco Tail cards like in the context of each other, right? Like you can't really talk about one individually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Personally, like if we're just looking at 5 Mena's fine. Like as a hand trap, you have to draw specifically 3 cards to have 5 Mena to be a good hand trap, right?
Yes.
Like I mean, so in the odds, it's like you have decent odds, but if you limit the other cards, then it's not that bad.
Right. I think the trick with Fimena is that I think Draco Tail really struggles as a going second deck in hands that do not open exactly either Ketsu or Fimena.
Yeah, a lot of their
You have 2 good cards in the deck.
And
I-
gives you turn 0 plays, so that way you could have something.
If I ran the zoo, right, and I was hitting Draco Tail, because I think we have to hit it, right? Because obviously I think we're gonna see some other pretty significant hits to the other decks, right? And Draco Tail's already, arguably the best.
Yeah.
It's it's in that conversation. It's about to get a lot of support from the branded stuff in Burst Protocol, and it's going to get support from Magistus Engine when Spenta comes out. So we have to do something, right?
I also think that with we're recording this on the 16th, so in 3 days, Phantom Revenge comes out, and they're gonna want to try to get those decks to kind of have a better place in the meta. And right now, with Draco Tail being at full power, none of those decks are gonna do anything to touch it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't think they're going to do anything, even if we hit the Draco Tail cards.
I mean, that's true.
During the EU 3v3, there were some that I didn't see in Killer Tunes, but the Craft one didn't do very good.
I think what we need to do, so there's 2 approaches, I think, right? One is the OCG approach, right, where they just limited Ketu and they called it a day. I think what we should do is semi-limit Fimena Ketu. I think you semi-limit 2 of the cards. And the reason I say Fimena Ketu is because I think it makes the deck a lot weaker going second. Because, going second Draco Tail, these are your 2 board breakers, is Ketu, Fimena. Well, Fimena as the hand trap, Ketu as the board breaker. I think,
and arguably, 5 Mena is the best hand trap in the game if it has the right materials in hand.
Yeah, if a 5-Mena resolves, it's crazy, right? Because it's not just fusing into the Arthalion, it's also, setting up a Rahu for next turn by ascending Lucaeus, or it's doing an on-field negate with a Malulu, or it's popping with a Pan, right?
And
it's never just 5-Mena into the Arthalion that's going on.
That's fair. I could also see limiting Ketchu though. That card is a Rhoda and a fusion spell.
Right.
Going second, Ketu is amazing. Going first, it's just okay.
Yeah.
I think you either limit Ketu and you leave everything else alone, or you pick 2 Draco Tail cards, either the spells or 5-Mena or Arthalion, and you semi-limit them.
Mm.
One thing we can talk about, because I've seen some people kind of Santoli talking about banning Flame.
I don't think.
See,
I think that card's fine.
The thing about Draco Tail is the engine itself does. It's kind of inconsistent. And Flame and the 3 traps itself are the best interruption almost going first on your first turn board, right?
Yeah.
Hitting those kind of kills the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can exist with 2 traps because it did for a long time, right?
But one of those traps were Flame.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think the reason they talk about Flame is let's ban a trap, and Flame is obviously the best.
It's the best one, yeah.
But I agree. I think banning a trap feels weird, right? Because if we ban Flame, you immediately look at the ban list, and this is the worst banned card.
Yeah.
On the list.
Because if you're hitting Draco Tail. If you're hitting Draco Tail enough where it's not going to be consistent, hitting, because I said, it has 6 1-card starters, which Lucius and Ketu, and you're going to hit all of those cards. You're not getting to Flame very often, So
Yeah.
hitting just the normal Draco Tail stuff kind of deals with the traps itself.
Yeah. And I think if we're semi-limiting 5-mana Ketu, I don't think we need to hit Rahu either.
Round 3, Branded Fusion.
Yeah. Like, it's Brain Fusion, but you have to use a card from hand. So it's, like, not nearly as good as Brain Fusion.
Yeah. Which means you can't play any spells. Your maximum amount of spells and traps is you already play an engine. The rest, your math gets too bad if you play anymore. So,
Okay, and then
for drawing enough monsters.
The pseudo Draco Tail cards, this card doesn't even do we even need to talk about it. Like, this card is...
No.
Like,
That card should be banned.
I've seen people talk about, like, oh man, maybe we should ban the Blue Eyes link because it's what's floodgating people. I'm like, if you think we need to ban the Blue Eyes link and not this card, you're crazy.
That's the same thing
Like-
that happened with Hulk. They danced around Hulk getting banned and just starts hitting other cards when they could have just hit Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, they've already danced around it. Banning Puppet.
Puppet
Like,
is probably Puppet might be the worst card on the ban list right now. Like,
I think Sanctifier and another card we're going to get to is kind of highlighting that really, like, the problem isn't the targets necessarily as much as it's the cards that are gifting other monsters to the opponent.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sanctifier promotes too many floodgates and too much toxicity.
I mean, it's just expulsion, but has targeting protection. So, like, I feel like if expulsion banned, I don't know why this card has been legal for this long.
It also can't be super polyed, which is a problem.
Yeah. Why did they print that on that card? Like, untargetable, can't be used as fusion material, and can just lock your opponent out of the game.
Yeah, but you can't summon from Banish, though, so I guess it's worse than Expulsion.
True.
Yeah, that is true. But, like,
it's not, right? Like,
no, I know.
It's obvious.
I know people talk about, like, banning Ido, but then, like, if you ban Ido, they just move on to, like, Requiem, or, like, Orthros,
Yeah.
or Cycle, or something
Now,
else.
Requiem is a lot worse with DDD, but because now DDD is a deck.
Nobody's playing that.
Yeah, I mean, Gimmick Puppet was clearly, like, the best target.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was lingering, right? You can book, like, the Vice King Requiem, or you can, like, well, you can't send it with Droplet.
No. No, you can send the Requiem. We can send Ido with Droplet.
Yeah,
and Droplet's pretty popular right now.
Yeah, so it's like the other targets, there's things you can do to, like, clear them off your board because they aren't lingering the way Puppet was.
It's also funny now,
Yeah.
in the mirror match, the lock is so ass now because Fallen Virtues can just pop whatever you put on their board, or on your board, so if they lock you with Ido, you can just pop it with Fallen Virtues. Like,
Although Sanctifier is getting much more popular with the new structure and the new support coming out in Burst.
Yeah, I mean, this card's
So.
$8 right now. As like, I feel like it depends on when we get the ban list, right? So, like, if we get the ban list within the next couple of weeks, maybe they save this for next list.
I think is it in RC?
It's not,
because otherwise,
it's not
otherwise.
Every rarity collection, they include at least, like, 3 to 4 branded cards, and this has not been confirmed. I don't think we have any branded cards confirmed right now, but I would say, like, this, Lulu Lawless is also kind of getting up there in price. So, like, those two for sure. And then, like, I guess Dispatch is kind of a pseudo branded card because it's part of the lore. So, like, those three, I feel like, are definitely, like, they need to get reprinted before they get hit, kind of thing.
I think the branded structure would have been, like, an opportune time to reprint Sanctifier.
Just to give it,
and
the fact that they didn't.
And the fact that they didn't, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Sanctifier, like I said, it's a very good card. Like, and now that Branded's more popular than it has been in the last couple of years. Like,
well, it was this Quertus and the other Despia Fusion were the only ones that weren't in the deck, right?
Proskenian, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, if you ban Sanctifier, then I can play less decks or less bricks in my Branded deck, so I'm okay with it. So.
Yeah. Moving on to, I think you could leave Branded Fusion right where it is. I think.
I think it's fine at 2.
I feel like with Burst Protocol coming out and the new support, they might move it to 3.
I think it's too powerful.
If you ban Sanctifier, does Branded Fusion to 3 really matter?
No.
To be fair, that was the hit that I think they should have done the first time. Like, when they first limited Branded Fusion, they should have left it at 3 and banned Sanctifier.
True.
But now that you've got Draco Tail, and this is kind of a one-card Draco Tail starter, it's like the only one-card starter they have.
Yeah. besides Lugia. Well, I guess it's not even a 1-card starter. There is
Yeah.
no 1-card starters.
Yeah, I guess even Brand Fusion isn't, but it's just so powerful.
Oh, Brain Fusion is the only. You're right. It's the only one because you start with everything with just one branded. Yeah, I mean, and plus, like, even in Dragotella, would you play it at 3 because of how many spells you're playing at that point?
Yes.
3, 6, 9, 12,
Oh yeah.
15 spells.
100% you would. Especially
honestly,
if
you probably just cut.
Especially if they hit 5-mana Katu.
That's true, and you can always cut. I would probably move a Ketu to side for going first, and then put it at 3 going second.
I think Brand Fusion becomes even better after Burst Protocol because now you're playing 3 Albaz functionally.
Yeah, just the White Dragon or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, that argument. Yeah, I guess I could leave that at 2. Keep it where it's at. Cupsy Yummy. If we're hitting Yummy, is Cupsy the way to go?
Well, let's talk about another card in Yummy before we get to Cupsy. If there's one card
Satan himself.
that needs to be banned on this next Forbidden Limited list, is Herald of the Arclight.
Yeah, this card's just like.
See, Herald is so annoying, but without Herald, does Yummy get to perform very well?
I think it can still perform, but it's just like because like you look at the disruptions that the Yummy engine puts up in Archetype, right? You've got the double book with Cookie. You've got the pop and the banish with Lollipo and Cookie. You've got the pop with the field spell. You can play like 20 hand traps that you're drawing into with Cupsy.
Yeah, I mean, Yummy already loses to like 1 Super Poly, 1 Dark Ruler. So,
yeah.
Super Poly, make a Mud Dragon. Everything in Yummy says target.
I just want to respond preemptively to all the people saying that you can't ban Herald because like your Necros deck is going to become unplayable. Your deck was already unplayable by virtue of being a Necros deck.
I mean,
10 out of 10 Necros later. Like,
I mean, right. So to be fair, right, the ritual search effect of Herald is obviously like the most fair part about it, right?
No.
Compared to the non-once per turn Omni Negate and the Macrocosmos effect.
I mean, okay, think about
yeah,
it.
I mean,
Herald was at 3 during when Voiceless Voice was a top deck, and you played it, and then like no one ever summoned it, and no one ever questioned about this card ever getting hit.
true.
So,
Right.
And the best part of Herald right now is that it's the bridge from Yummy to Mitsu.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's another like fan Herald.
But it's on the board, right? Like that's the biggest problem. Is like no one ever has an issue with a Herald that stays in the extra deck, goes to the graveyard, and searches I don't know Ben 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Getting off the vinyl was never the problem.
Like the negate isn't the problem. It's the floodgate part of the card.
I think the negate is also the problem,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, one Omni negate is nothing new to Yu-Gi-Oh. Like,
yeah, but it means that like the type of breakers that you have to start throwing at a Yummy board, like a lot of them just get answered.
Yeah.
So now we have to start
that's because they
resorting
lose to a lot of them.
You have to open 2 breakers in order to break the board, because Herald's going to deal with the first one.
Or it has to be Dark Ruler or Super Poly or Drop One.
Yeah.
Has to be, yeah.
So that's
I think of that, then I think Cupsy could just stay to 3. I don't think this card.
Yeah, if we ban Herald, then we can leave Cupsy at 3. The Yummy deck, like, I think it'll still top, but I don't think it'll win much, just because of how like fragile it'll be going second or going first.
And that's why I wanted to talk about Herald first, because I think we have to like look at the rest of the Yummy hits in the context of Herald being banned.
The best card in Yummy has to be Surprise, and Cupsy searches Surprise. That's the only reason you would hit Cupsy, really.
And then I think of that argument too, then I think Obedience School would come back to 3 if Herald was also hit.
Yeah, they might do that Konami thing where they like put it to 2 and then put it to 3. Or I wouldn't be opposed to them like if they left it at 1 just to see what Yummy does without Herald. Like make sure that there's not some other crazy synchro that they can play that we don't know about.
Yeah, I mean, you can play like you can go into like Cupid Pitch and make Colossus, but really that's not that good. It's like okay.
Cupid Pitch Colossus. What the heck?
Yeah, so you go Cupid Pitch and then synchro it off, and then Cupid Pitch's effect searches Nemesis Corridor.
Okay, but what banished monster are you summoning off the Nemesis Corridor?
I don't know. There was a combo. I just don't remember what.
You might have to.
I think you can link it
you
off
probably
the
make
SP.
SP. Yeah, you probably make
Yeah, you
SP.
probably
Like,
I just saw it somewhere. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but even with like, I mean, if obedient school, okay, but that's still obedient school locks you to B, so you couldn't even do that if obedient schools are 3.
Yeah. Well, Obedient School is arguably the worst one, like starter in Yummy, just because you can't go into anything else. But it's one of the best cards going second,
Yeah.
as long as they don't have nib.
yeah, and now they can get cooked by Nib, right? Because what it used to be is you would play through Nib because they would threaten the Herald,
Yeah.
and now they can't do that.
I mean, it also has its generic outs to nib. You just go link one into the link spider, and then you always leave a name in hand, right?
Yeah, but you have to start making half boards to play around the Nib.
Yeah.
To like leave that monster in hand. I think Cupsy can definitely stay at 3. I think we consider walking Obedient School back if we ban Herald, right?
Yeah, I still think if Herald's banned, Obedient School would be one of the worst starters just because it locks you into Beast. But it's still a great card. You still have to play it.
I don't know, dude. I still think it'd be great. It summons 3 from deck. You're not going to convince me that would be a bad starter.
Well, it's just because you can't bridge into anything else. Like you can't, because Yummy's end board is okay.
I mean, you don't need to bridge into anything. You don't need to bridge into anything else if you're not making Herald.
True.
Yeah, like.
I mean, to make the argument, if you're an inexperienced player playing Yummy, the end board really sucks.
Yeah, but I don't think the ban list should be considered with inexperienced players in mind.
Yeah. So the only thing about the Yummy end board to me is that it's very fragile to specifically breakers. It doesn't lose to hand traps, but it loses to breakers really bad.
I think the deck is still going to be good.
Oh no, for sure. It's still going to be a topping deck. It's going to be still one of the best decks. I just don't think it'll like get as many wins or tops as it's seeing and as much representation.
I think it becomes it becomes more of a mid-range deck and less of a combo deck at that point.
To me, I wonder if Herald gets banned, does Yummy become more of like a kind of like a Sprite variant where they can make it go in second build with just like board breakers and then make the big guys and kill?
That was a thing that like Triff was doing at the very start. He was playing like the Sky Striker variant with like the 3 engage and just a whole bunch of breakers like
probably. I mean, 8 OTK is pretty easily, especially with it like, and it puts up 8k damage pretty easily. It can play through. If you can get started, it can play through boards. But if you can't get started, then you don't do anything. That's the only problem.
I think the addition of Marshmallow makes a going second variant much more viable, even without Herald of the Arclight.
Unless you're playing against K9, I guess if they have a Zuna, you just lose.
So we feel like Obedient School will be 3, or do you think they're gonna bring it to?
I think that most will bring it to 2.
Yeah, I think they'll do the Konami walk it up to 2.
That makes sense. Now, next we can talk about the bridge that Herald gives you. Habakiri, I want this card to be banned, but with the structure deck, the modern decks coming out in March,
it's definitely getting support.
I think it'll be.
So what I want to see is I want to see it limited, and then they can get more. They can get a new searcher, as long as it either locks you into reptiles or isn't as good as Habakiri.
Do you think it's getting more support because like?
Yeah. Well, it hit OCG, so as soon as usually they hit OCG and they get one more support wave.
That's fair. Yeah.
So. Right, kind of like
Spiral.
Like Spiral when Spiral got Double Helix, right? Or when Goaty got their 2 new cards the ones that they got in Phantom Nightmare.
That's fair.
So I think it'll be a searcher.
Do we limit Haba or do we limit prayers?
Honestly,
I think limiting both is overkill. I think limiting both, if they want the new decks to be playable, I think limiting both is overkill. I think you limit one or the other.
Because I mean, you just draw prayers, you get the Habakiri. Prayers 1-card combo is much worse than a Habakiri 1-card combo. I'd much rather them start with prayers than Habakiri.
That's what I was thinking.
Because then they can extend even farther. Like prayers, you can search 2 prayers and then keep going into like whatever else you want.
But prayers is also such a big part of the end board.
Yeah, so what I was saying was I'd rather them start with prayers. So I'm fine with leaving prayers at 3 or 2 and then limiting Haba and just leaving it like that. Like,
Yeah, but I see what
'Cause
Jake's
right now-
saying. I see what Jake's saying. Well, because you could add it back in grave, so I guess that one.
Well, you can add it back from Kusanagi.
Yeah, so
That's it.
Yeah.
because you usually want to have one set for your opponent's turn, but
Right, yeah, you want to use one on your turn as like an extender, and then you want to
And then
search another
because
to
most decks don't play the trap in main, so you search prayers so you can get the board wipe off
Yeah.
of Mirakumo.
well, so you just brought that up. I feel like the trap could stay at 3. I saw some people putting it on their list.
I mean-
I don't think this card needs to be touched.
It's a side deck card, mainly at most. I don't see very many people maining it at this point, just because like it's a brick. It's a trap card, you know. It suffers that curse, the trap card curse.
Yeah, I think
Even
it's
so.
one of those where it's like if you think that hey, the deck's not going to be hit significantly with the modern decks coming out, but you need to do something, then like sure, ban purification.
Yeah,
But if you're trying to do something impactful, it's limiting Haba or prayers.
yeah, because they see the trap band and they're like, okay, like it's not.
What about
It's not good, but
a semi-limited
What?
I think you
prayer?
should limit prayers.
yeah, I'm fine with semi-learning prayer. Like I said, either 3 or 2 would be fine, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just think with the modern decks, limiting both of them is unrealistic.
For real, yeah, because then you make the deck so inconsistent that I don't even know. I mean, it's already bridged into most things. If Feral Imps is banned now, so you can't really bridge it with 4s anymore.
Yeah.
But
So-
isn't Haba search only once per duel?
Yes, well, the problem is Habakiri's search it only needs to happen once per duel.
Yeah. Brother, that is all you need, and the game is over.
Yeah, and like the problem is of like they went like K9 can bridge into it, Yummy can bridge into it. Like, I'm sure Dragotel can bridge into it at this point. I'm sure someone's found a way.
I mean, the fact that one Hamakiri can get you 5 exotic pieces, as we've already seen, like that's cards.
True. Habakiri does it. Habakiri is the newest old.
Yeah, but if they ban Herald of the Archfiend or Herald of the Arch, whatever, isn't it harder to get Habakiri in your hand and bridge it?
Only
and
in Yummy.
Yeah, only in Yummy is the only variant that gets to it with Arclight. Every other
'Cause
variant gets to the Haba by other means.
So pure Mitsu will be fine because they can play 3 Armasa. They can play they'll probably still say 1 Saji and 1 Kusanagi, but then they play 3
Yeah.
prayers and then they play all the draw cards.
And pre-prep.
So they'll be and pre-prep. So that's still 3, 6, 9, 10
10.
Habakiris, including itself.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now the next card, the Vampire Zombie.
Okay,
I think-
honestly, I'm a big hater of this card. Ban it.
Ban it, yeah.
Yeah, to
It's-
me, this card is just Chaos Roller. Like, it's just Chaos Roller.
It's a card that probably needed to be banned a long time ago, but didn't have the deck necessary to justify it.
Yeah,
So this keeps Mitsuyumi playable if we leave it legal.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Chaos Roller. Like, it mill the top 4 cards. Like, Chaos Roller's 5, right? Like, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the unenlightened, like how it works is like you take the 2 level 8 Mitsu rituals, you overlay them into a zombie vampire, you mill 4, you probably hit a starter for whatever your sub engine is. Let's say you hit like a Cupsy off the zombie vampire.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or-
Hardcore,
I don't know, Lucius or
Hardcore.
Or whatever, yeah.
whatever you want to play with it. Yeah, Harper. It's so good. I've done that, yeah.
Okay.
So-
I think this
so-
card is just like 2 OP.
I agree.
So yeah, just I think that's all we need to say about that card.
Yeah, I don't-
Jokel.
yeah.
I think Jokel's
I think I agree.
Jokel is fucking insane.
like,
Jokel is, aside from Noroi, the best card in the deck.
I think like
a lot of people want to go after Azuna, but I don't think Azuna is that big of an issue. I think that Jokel's the one that's like, because this is what makes the K9. This is what makes K9 at any level 5 deck playable. Like,
And that's what they did in the OCG, right? They limited Jokel.
dude, so it's crazy because you open Jokel plus any 5, you're playing through Droll. You're doing because like you can go Jokel into the fight. You don't even have to search with the Jokel. You make the
Yeah.
Ripper, Ripper detach the Jokel, search Lantern. If they drill you on search, you just negate it with the Ripper. Lantern revive the Jokel, then you search.
Exactly. Jokel itself plays through a lot and also lets you play cards like Spell Canceller or stuff like that. So
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah,
speaking of, I think we could just skip over the spell canceller. This card could be banned.
yeah, I think you can ban it anyway.
I think it's tricky with Spell Canceller. It's
I just don't think any card that can lock you out of using a whole type of card in the game is healthy. Like,
yeah.
Actually, while we're here with that, we could also do Featherstorm as well because that's locking you out of monsters.
I agree. We can ban that card.
Like,
Yeah.
Just get, like, that's
Let's get
the 2 game mechanics right there, just off the bat.
let me get Yummy out of the way for making Ripple Bird, and then or whatever
or
Futsu.
any rank
or
4 deck.
Futsu,
Or any deck, because I've seen some decks make the Silo Hat Rabbit, and there is a continuous trap monster that modifies its own type and attribute, and it just becomes a winged beast.
I mean, when John Joe's running around playing the Harpy Link in his extra deck just so he can resolve Featherstorm in any deck that he plays, like, that shouldn't be legal. That needs to be arrested.
Or when Ryziel was, playing all draw cards so they can just make Kestel.
I mean, I played Kestel so I could do this.
Yeah. Now, Naroi. So I think there's a lot of really busted canine cards.
There are. And Naroi's kind of correct.
But it's like, if we're limiting Jokel, do we need to hit Naroi?
Honestly, like, Canine by itself is just, in my opinion, just an okay deck. Limiting Naroi, if you limit Jokel,
no one plays.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen it. You've seen. I mean, there's been some YCS where people just played like Canine Control, but like, it's kind of like I don't think it won.
I think though, if you're nerfing other decks like Yummy and Dracotail, and Canine doesn't get touched some way, then Canine just becomes so much better, and that could become the best deck.
Yeah, but we're limiting Jokel with this. So.
Yeah. So also let's talk about Ripper, because I think there's like a combination of hits we can do. Yeah. I think Ripper should be banned.
Ripper should be banned. I don't know if it needs to be banned though. Like Ripper's a good card.
I guess if you ban Ripper, how would Canine play?
It does. Well, Canine the deck already doesn't play, right?
That's true. Well, like, I mean, okay, I think you can leave Ripper alone. And Naroi, the thing, Naroi is only good in decks that you can like start bridging into. Like you can bridge with the turbo booster into Yummy with Canine, but you can do that only through Naroi.
My brain says Ripper should be banned, but I agree in that I don't think Ripper will be banned.
Because Ripper, like, it's a one-hander graveyard negate. This is like the best part of it, other than the search.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Ripper is complete. Well, it's just crazy because think of Apo, right? Think of the fact that you basically get Apo on summon 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot worse than Apo, but yeah.
I could see an argument for banning Ripper, but I don't think it will.
I mean, honestly, what if we limit Ripper?
Because Apo didn't search. Limiting Ripper does nothing. You ban it or you do nothing.
Most canines play that too because it's a good card. You can make it multiple times in a game.
I think the decks where Ripper. I think the decks where Ripper is really problematic, where it's setting up hand trap protection for like a Crystron deck, for example.
True.
Yeah.
I think the other thing with Apo is Apo didn't search another powerful card.
Yeah, but Apo had 4 negates versus just 1 hander graveyard.
Yeah, but with
Apo was a much better card.
Ripper may just like by itself on paper is just like a hand or graveyard negate, but like it also searches a card that's gonna pop a card and then slap a card on top of it that's gonna rip a card out of your hand.
Yeah.
So like it does a lot more than.
Well, at that point you can argue like, what about Wolf? Like, or instead hitting.
These are not the same. That is not the same.
Well,
that is a very
Wolf is much worse.
Argument.
But I mean, Wolf rips a card out of your hand, and it also banishes 1 from field and graveyard. Both of those effects are pretty good.
But Ripper's also like generic, right? It's a generic rank 5.
Yeah.
I don't think you need a ban.
I'm gonna put it to status of 3 because I don't think Konami's gonna hit it, but I can definitely see an argument of why it would be hit if we did hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we settling on Noroi? Do we leave it at 3 if we're limiting Jokul? Do we semi-limit it?
I can see semi. I mean, I don't think it should be banned
No,
because it's like
it's not that.
I don't think it's
I think
I don't think
limit
it's that
Jokul's
good.
enough. Like, because like the canine
Honestly.
is underperforming anyway.
Okay. One thing we're gonna have to do if we're leaving Noroi and Ripper alone and limiting Jokul, then we need to talk about Skull Dread.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you need to explain this.
You just want to kill the Vanquish Soul deck, huh? You just want to
No,
murder it.
So Skull Dread is just zombie vampire, but for canine. So basically, what they do is there is a 1-card combo where you normal summon the Noroi, you set up Ripper, and you summon a 4-mat Skull Dread.
Yeah, and then you draw 4, and then
you draw 4, and you get whatever extender you need.
Yeah, and Vanquish Soul has seen even after like the Raisin and Savior Soul hit, it's seen. It's still good at playing.
I mean, in my mind, it's exactly the same as Zombie Vampire because you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, pick a starter, and place it on your field.
Oh.
That is true. Yeah.
True, but you also have to put 4 back, or you have to put 3 back, right?
I mean,
yeah, but this is also it's a deck with bricks. Like I'd be more than happy to put them back.
Yeah.
Yes. So this card probably should have been banned years ago.
Probably. And also, I hopefully Dark World never gets support because I hate that deck so much with a passion. But that it was also played in Dark World a lot.
But yeah, Saryuja, like being Noroi being able to turn into a Ripper and a 4-mat Saryuja.
I guess technically, you can with any Noroi, with one Noroi, you can bridge into any engine at that point, right? You can just go Saryuja, draw 4, and then yeah. I mean, I can see it being banned. It's basically the same as Zombie Vampire if you're gonna make that argument.
Now, Rosin, this card
I think.
at 1, right?
Yes, it's currently at 1. I think if you hit Canine,
I think you bring him back. Honestly, Vanquish Soul by itself is a control deck. You can probably bring Raisin back to 2.
I think if all we're doing is hitting Jokul and we're leaving Ripper and Noroi alone, I think we bring Rosin back to 2. Leave Stake Your Soul at 1.
I agree. Oh, I agree with that.
I honestly think that we should limit Holly soon.
I think if you limit Holisu, bring Raisin back to 3.
Yeah, because Holisu, right now, that is the only card that keeps Vanquish Soul being able to play. Yeah. I think. Like, that and Saryuja, if you're going to limit Saryuja, you ban Saryuja and limit Holisu, I think that deck is dead and that will probably not be played anymore.
I'm okay with that.
And the Vanquish Soul deck is fun, though. Like, it's, like, generically, Vanquish Soul is a lot of fun. And it's not an easy deck to play. Most of the time.
What about limit Holisu and put Stakers and Rosin back to 3?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Do I think Konami will do that? Probably not. But
inclusion, I think if you're hitting the
if you hit Jokul,
put
it to 3.
Yeah, if you're hitting Canine, you can put it to 3. It's not a big deal. The inboard's good, but
I think everything we just said about Sanctifier applies to
should
Query.
Yeah.
Like, because even if you ban Spell Canceller, right, they're just going to summon, like, Incantation Bookstone or something like that, right?
Well, my point is that this is like the same thing, right? Like, we ban Puppet instead of Sanctifier. They ban Mjolnir instead. Like, Mjolnir that card is from, like 2013, and it's never been an issue until now.
18, actually. It's a newer artifact.
Okay, 18. So still, it's 7 years old. And now it's a problem. Like, this card shouldn't be legal. I think it's funny that this card wasn't really. This card's even like older too, isn't it? When did this come out?
Yeah, it's just 5s were really hard to make before it came.
Yeah, level 5s were in a very popular Xyz and good decks.
Dormouse.
I think you leave Dormouse at 1. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I think Dormouse is fine at 1.
But we need to ban one of these Link monsters.
Yeah, okay, so Master Duel banned Red Ransom, and then it topped, I think 2 or 3 of them topped the next Challenger Cup after the ban.
Me and Jake were talking about that before we started recording, and so Master Duel did ban Red Ransom, but they also still have Splash Mage and Decoder legal. So
it's true. Red Ransom and TCG might just be enough, and keep the deck playable in the local level.
Do you ban Binder or Ransom though? That's the question.
I think Binder kills the deck completely. I don't think you can play without Binder. I think Red Ransom makes the deck playable.
Yeah, I think Binder's a good interruption and kind of gives you like plays where if you ban that because Binder's gonna banish stuff out of your opponent's grave and then you banish your White Rabbit so you can summon it back.
And then the
And
main
it's
effect
trap
is
from
to
deck.
set the trap.
Yeah.
I think the set trap is the most important part of White Binder, other than the banishing.
Yeah.
It's the only other one, I guess.
So I really think that Red Ransom banning this keeps the deck playable so it's not completely killed, but also knocks it down a little bit.
I think it knocks it down quite a bit in TCG, especially because we don't have Slash Mage.
Yeah.
And Link Decoder. Because that makes Underground and Mirror not searchable, so you basically have to draw a good hand to keep going.
I hate to do this, but I think the only way to actually do anything to this deck is just to limit.
I'll say it. I'll limit.
Yeah.
I'll take the limit.
Two towers is stupid.
And then Baguska needs to go.
Yeah, I agree. Baguska ban.
I think Baguska
been waiting for it.
It's not doing anything really at the moment outside of Lunalight, but it's just such a degenerate floodgatey card.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I mean,
you can't touch.
We still have Ryzel running around. Ryzel automat Ryzel. It's not like super popular, but it's still there, and it's after Evil Boros, so it's not as popular.
I mean, I don't think you hit Baguska because of Ryzel. I think you hit Baguska because of Baguska.
Also, I'm just thinking about the decks that can play. Like Ryzel's still there. You got Mitsurugi and you got Lunalight. I think it has too much ability to be played.
Yeah. And honestly, with only one Liger and Baguska gone, Lunalight isn't a problem.
It's kind of like it is a Master Duel, just without the Maxi problem.
Yeah, but Liger's at 2 at Master Duel, so you still get the double Liger.
Yeah.
Hitting it to 2 is so funny.
Yeah.
Because the third one, it's like OCG hitting at speed at 2, because the third one came up a lot.
Yeah.
And it's funny though, the day Liger came out, they put it to 2, so it's never been a 3 in Master Duel, so it's just they preemptively did it.
I mean, to be fair, you can make 3 Liger because Baguska's banned, so honestly, you could probably go for the third Liger at that point.
Definitely could. Droll and Lockbird?
Droll is so tricky to talk about.
Because Droll keeps those degenerate combo decks that are an FTK in check.
Now,
they keep
I could see giving it the same thing they did to Maxi and the OCG, where they put it to 2.
I'll agree with 2.
I could see it getting the shifter. I could see it being literally anywhere on this list, right? I could see it giving the Max C treatment. I could see it giving the shifter treatment, going to 1.
Or giving it the goodbye treatment. Because giving it you won't see much of this card anymore.
I do think, though, so the same problem that Nathan was talking about a second ago, if you ban Droll, then combo decks become super prevalent, and I think it's the same thing with when D-Barrier left, and now Brandon has no fear of D-Barrier, so you can just decks that just focus on one mechanic become stronger. So
yeah, I mean, also if we're not doing much to Mitsurugi, Droll kind of needed. I'd rather have Droll and Mitsurugi than no Droll.
I would honestly say semi-limit Droll.
I'm fine with that. That's what they did in Master Duel, and I think it's okay.
And that's what they did with Maxi and the OCG, and I think that's what they do.
And they seem to be fine with it.
I think just the dislike for Droll is hitting a fever pitch. Perfect world, we get the shared ride Molcharmy and we ban Droll, right?
Yeah.
In a perfect world.
I mean, to be fair, though, if you limit Droll to 1, how much is it really going to be played? It's going to be like Crossout, where everyone played it, and then when it got hit to 1, very little people play it.
Yeah. It just becomes a sacky one-of. It just feels even worse when you get Drolled, if that's what
especially because it's Droll. Shifter can win you games. That's why people still play it if they can.
I mean, Droll wins you games.
Yeah, I know, but it's not as sacky as... I mean, honestly, I think Shifter is sackier than Droll. So... Yeah. If I get Shifted, I'm more mad than if I get Droll. But that's probably because it's at 3. Also, just don't play a deck that loses to Droll. So
and that's basically what the format is right now, right? Draco Tail is a deck that really doesn't lose to Droll.
And Yummy doesn't lose to it either.
And Yummy doesn't lose to Droll.
And K9... It's okay.
The Mitsu variants are the only decks that really lose control in the current format.
Yeah. Other than like generic, degenerate combo decks, we can like because a lot of it's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh with no hand traps. That honestly, at this point, it's not possible. Unless you're
Yeah. The next one is kind of just like all the barrier statues that didn't get touched on the last list. But we're just using this one as this probably the
I
one that's
honestly,
one.
I'm down to ban all of them.
Just ban
Just get
them.
rid of them.
Yeah.
There's
Like no point.
R.I.P. Mermail.
I mean, honestly, I feel like once Stormwind got hit, they should have done all of them then. But
Oh, for sure.
Right.
But I mean, like it was the prevalence of being played. It's what the problem was with the decks that currently in the format. So
isn't there more water support coming out soon too?
penguin support. There's penguin stuff coming out.
The penguin stuff.
But you can play. You can.
The penguin stuff is already out. I thought the
is
first
it?
penguin's out.
I don't think so.
I thought it was next set.
Yeah, I think it's Burst Protocol.
Yeah. Because the penguin stuff is good. It's just like I don't know if they'll really play it in Mermail. Like you can play the new one, the new penguin. I think it's cents for cost. So.
Speaking of floodgates, I hate this spell with a passion, and I think it should be banned. But
I think this should be like the same as DDG. I think you should ban DDG and limit that. Or
yeah,
I think you should ban both. But I think you would see DieFi limited.
That's fine.
Just imagine DDG's banned.
So do we keep like banning these like the searchable cards with like DDG and all that stuff, or do we just ban Thrust or limit Thrust?
I think the problem's the traps, right?
Oh yeah, but we did the same argument with Sanctifier though. The problem isn't Sanctifier by itself. The problem is the cards that it can use. Thrust uses those trap cards.
I think the difference is that like an Ido that is just sitting in your deck that you can't give to your opponent. I think with Sanctifier, it's the method of like giving it to your opponent that makes Sanctifier banned, right? Because like
think about like Flu would just play 3 Feather Storm, like 2 in the side, 1 in the main, just so they could like even if they didn't see Thrust, they could see it. So you could still just fucking play 3 Feather Storm. I don't think Thrust is that big of an issue. Yeah,
I think you ban Sanctifier because it's how you're giving those cards to your opponent, right? Whereas like with Thrust versus DDG or Featherstorm, right? Like there's functionally not that much of a difference between like playing 3 Thrust and 1 Featherstorm and just playing 3 Featherstorm and hoping. Yeah. If that is your primary game plan.
I mean, I guess you could play 6 Featherstorms if you play 3 Thrust or Featherstorms, so your odds of seeing it higher. But like, I don't know, because it also is like, okay, so again, if you have a deck that loses control, and then your opponent controls you, and then you Thrust or something that could like maybe, I don't know, an Impulse or an Infirm to kind of help you for next turn, that way Joel's is just absolutely cook you and you're not getting OTK'd next turn.
I still feel like you're basically cooked, right? Because that Thrust could have just been any hand trap.
I mean, true. I don't think Thrust is good. Thrust is a great card, but I don't think it's good enough to go away.
I agree. And no one's main decking Thrust except for like dedicated Go Second decks.
I mean, Branded does, but like, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, disconnected for a second.
Shavara?
I think they should at least limit Thrust.
I think Shavara comes in.
Yeah. No arguments. I don't really have any. Finlink is a deck that people will play, but it's not like the best.
Yeah, here I just don't know if you should limit Thrust. Like Thrust is not seeing that much play right now.
It's not.
Well, it just searches so much. That's the problem.
Honestly, I only play Thrust if I have end engine stuff I can search as well, other than just the generic cards.
Yeah, right. Well, it's kind of the thing of like with things that search, you always have to ask the question of like, is it the thing that is doing the searching that's the problem, or is it the things that are being searched?
Yeah.
Right. So like when a Thrust is setting Featherstorm, I'm never thinking, oh man, if only this Thrust didn't set the Featherstorm, then this would be fine.
Sometimes I'm thinking I wish this Thrust didn't resolve, is what I think.
Sure, but like you're mostly mad about the Featherstorm resolve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
and there's one Unreal deck that like is the only deck that abuses thrust, and that's Mimical. It's not really like it's only played with Yummy, and it's not even that great.
Yeah.
So
That's like okay, so that would be the same as saying okay, instead of banning Ripper, we made it a quick playstyle because they get super powerful and they're like banished.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's something similar to the Sanctifier and
Yeah,
argument. You
obviously
guys like,
Ripper just search is a
I think,
quick play, Thrust will search whatever as well. I just think
like I said,
that
I don't play Thrust for degenerate cards. I play Thrust for one board break. If I'm playing board breakers, and two, if I have stuff to search in my engine that can get me combo.
yeah, or fusion
Or
duplication.
if you're going first, you can. I think that's just a plus to it.
Yeah, I think Thrust, like as a go second card, is good. It's something that
Yeah.
I like being in the
So a
game.
lot of times, like Thrust Search 1-for-1 or Thrust Search, I don't know, Rahu or something like that. I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Brain
yeah.
Fusion, yeah, is much better than Thrust Search DDG in some cases.
Yeah.
Okay, next card. I'm saying this card stays banned. Feather Fairy
I
Wand.
agree.
Okay, during the zero one,
I'll agree.
we had a couple months where this card was fun and had to be right on the list. I know it has new support coming out, but like this
I
card
think it
is
at least stays banned this list, right? Because we're
You know-
not gonna get the new stuff until like April.
yeah.
Yeah,
I even still
I think.
like now wants to return both.
Like,
Just like,
The
yeah, but
only
you also have
problem
to
is like
banish 5
if you have to banish 7.
or 7. Sorry, 7.
It's on theme because it's Snow White, but
Yeah.
if you read those new cards, it's like I don't know how they really function without snow. Or like they're significantly worse if snow is not a part of that
Maybe you
deck.
just put it to 1. Like not this ban list, but like maybe the ban list before that it drops.
Next was probably the one, but yeah, this card for right now, I don't think it's even with it. I don't know because like
It banned, bro.
Yeah, we'll leave it banned.
Gamma, I want Gamma 3.
Gamma has to stay exactly where it is.
What? Why?
Dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Right, you go like Habakiri, summon Saji, tribute Saji, search Mitsu Ritual. They try to droll you, and you just Gamma them.
It's true. I mean, I think Gamma either stays at 1 or goes to 2.
I think
I will allow it at 2. I
I
don't think it
Gamma.
needs to be at 3.
I think Gamma is like Called by the Grave, except it's better when it resolves.
It's also way better on first.
Because it's called by and it like for decks that can do a lot without committing to the board, like Mitsurugi.
And Cobalt is much better in my opinion, but
Yeah, right. But it's also you can't use call by as a hand trap.
Yeah.
Sure.
This also gets you on the hand grip too. So your opponent,
if you use it for going first.
yeah, going first. If your opponent goes to troll you, you can gate it, and then you go, like, then you just get a free Omega or rip another card out of their hand, or they just hand trap you once. Like,
I mean, I don't know how often that will come up. If it's well, maybe it'll come up more often, but I don't know. Just simply only because like you have to have no cards on or no monsters.
I can't see it going to 3.
I think at most it'll go to 2, but
Yeah, I think the math on like 3 Gamma 1 driver is just too in favor of the Gamma.
yeah, we gotta play the brick.
Yeah, but if it's 3 and 1, that's fine. If it's 1 and 1, that's a problem.
people don't play Gamma because it's at 1. People barely play it in Master Duel because it's at 2.
I think Gamma. I think when we had the list that limited cross out talents, I think that was to kind of curb some of this anti hand trap text that were permeating through the format. And I think bringing Gamma back to more than 1 is kind of undoing some of that progress.
Yeah.
I mean, if I played Gamma at 2, I'd probably cite it for going second only. I probably wouldn't have it in going first.
I think if you play Mitsu,
depending
you
on the
play
deck.
it. I think if you play Mitsu, you play it regardless.
Yeah, depending on the deck, I guess. But majority of the decks right now, you will have a monster on board when they activate your hand trap.
Or even something like the new Draco Tail variants, right? Where they're trying to do the Albaz or Spenta.
You know what? Actually, isn't the Link 2 generic? Isn't it just 2 effect monsters?
Yeah, it's just 2 effect monsters.
Okay, so never mind. You can just put 2 bodies on the board, make that, and then your Gamma's always alive, right?
Yes.
So that's something Draco Tail could very well do.
Yeah.
But I mean, by the time they get 2 bodies on the board, if you didn't get hand trapped, they're probably not getting hand trapped.
I mean, I'm just thinking like if they try to droll on a Spenta, and then they just get Gamma.
I can see it staying at 1, or like I said, I think I'm going to stick with 1 or 2. I don't think we'll see play either way. Or if it does,
I don't see it moving. I just don't see it moving.
Block Dragon. I think it's just number 1.
I want to go to 1 because I want Magnet Warrior to be playable.
Yeah, I think Magnet Warrior. With the power coming out, I kind of need Block Dragon to be good.
yeah. I think it's fine at 1. I mean, there's enough hand traps now that deck won't do anything anyway.
Astrograph, I feel like just was completely unrelated.
Chris, I see you lurking. Can Astrograph come back?
Astrograph can come back if Electromite's not here. I love Electromite. I think Electromite is totally fine to come back. I do not think that Electromite can come back with 3 Astrograph. Maybe with 1, because, like, what? You're looping fucking Double Iris, and, like, Double Iris doesn't really do much. Sure, a trap interaction, and maybe some follow-up, but no. Astrograph to 3 with no Electromite, yes. Only at 1 if Electromite stays.
So,
Yeah.
keep Electromite and put Astrograph to 3.
I would rather keep 1 Astrograph and bring Electromite to 1.
Personally, yes, I agree with you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love Electromite to come back. I think Pendulum does nothing. Electromite comes back. Pendulum still stays at regional level. Sure.
Right. I think the problem is like all the lingering deck or like the lingering hand traps, as in like the Charmies and Droll if we're keeping it around. I think those just do too much damage to the Pendulum decks.
Oh, absolutely. We're summoning, like, we even have a way to double pen summon, and DDD and normal Pendulum can do both of it. And still, Molcharmy just says, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
What, Electromite, Astrograph, that gets us a free Link 3. What, Link 3?
Everything else is basically unlimited now, right? Like Astrograph, I think is like Astrograph and Electromite are the last kind of like old guard Pendulum holdouts still on the list.
Yeah.
No, I say they print new Abyss Actors support. Am I right, Chris?
Abyss Actor can't play Electromite.
No, just print new support. Just
Sure,
give us some more cards
that lets us play Electromite. Yay.
Yeah. Or just any card in general, because that deck is kind of poo-poo right now.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Sulfur could use the Electromite shit. Especially, like, if you're hitting Jokul, we don't really have a good way to use the Sulfur cards on their own. Except the fact that they might be able to Exodia FTK out of nowhere.
It's just with Valkyrie, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is Birth Protocol, which is what Dragon's support out. So do we think Savage is going to come back?
No.
I don't think Savage can come back right now, just because of the Spencer Magistus cards. Dragotail would be best deck.
I think the potential, because like I was just complaining about how Ripper basically like protects from all hand traps on Summon 3. I don't want to turn around and then basically do the same thing with Savage Dragon.
Yeah, because I mean, they can make Savage Dragon, I think, on like Summon 3.
Yeah.
With the new Magistus cards.
Doesn't it need a link engraved to become an Omni? So like.
Yeah, they do.
You put Artemis in grave.
Also, if we get Electromite back, that just makes Savage even better.
Yeah.
For Pen, and I don't think that's worth it.
No.
Yeah, we'll keep Savage banned. MX Taylor Invoker, I think, are the one.
100%. I mean, Rat's at 1, so like, where do you even? Because it has to summon an Earth.
I think this because also the MX Taylor support coming out, and yeah, it's just not going to go with the duel.
Yeah.
So I think that's fine. Summon Sword can come with the 3, it's not even the same card anymore.
It's so bad now. It's so bad.
Heavy Storm,
I think it can be limited.
Heavy Storm could go to 1.
Just like in TC or Master Duel.
Yeah, I think, and OCG I believe has someone too, right?
It does, yeah. They brought it to 1 during Tenpai format. Thank God we didn't do that. But
For real.
we can do it now.
Senpai's dead.
I've seen some arguments about Metamorphosis coming back to at least 1.
I think Metamorphosis Mirage of Nightmare fall into this category of like, hey, they're unsearchable, kind of like bad cards that wouldn't see play. But like, if they are being played, it's only for evil purposes.
But also they're like OGs of the ban list, and at this point, like, why bring them back?
Sure.
I could.
Like Jay said, like, they're not going to get away. Like, there's nothing right now. Like, I guess Radiant Typhoon can play the Mirage Nightmare, but for Metamorphosis, like, there's nothing that's going to play the card. It's not going to do anything that's going to hurt the game.
Well, I guess Yada came back, so I mean, like, this is fine.
Yeah, most of the ban list OGs are back, and like Change of Heart is, Change of Heart's back. We never thought that would come.
Snatch Steal. Snatch Steal got banned like 3 times.
We might leave.
Yeah.
We might leave Mirage of Nightmare banned because of Radiant Typhoon.
I just think Mirage Nightmare is too good a card to leave. Like, Radiant Typhoon just searching MSC and then, like, being able to pop before it.
Well, and I'm not saying that like Radiant Typhoon is going to be this like YCS winning deck if we bring Mirage of Nightmare. But they might not even play it if it's just a one of because it's unsearchable. But it's just like, why, right? Like, what is making the game better with Mirage of Nightmare being back in it?
Yeah, that card came back. Metamorphosis, I think, is okay to go number 1, but this card for sure not. I think that card needs to stay banned. The last card is Sacred Tree.
Come to 3. Come to 3.
Come to 3. Come to 3.
Like,
Does Naturia have level 1s?
huh?
What?
Does it have level 1s?
Maybe.
Mulgrix is a 3.
It won't matter.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think if you can
no.
play Yummy in it. What I was
No.
thinking.
No.
Because it's the only deck I could see that could possibly be combined with.
I mean,
I don't
Glow
think.
Up Bulb is back, and no one's playing that in Yummy. Same with like Linkuriboh. Well, people are playing Linkuriboh, but not the 2.
You know what Sacred Tree does?
Yeah.
Because, like,
Animal Cricket is a 1.
yeah.
Like they
I have played Master.
They limited Sacred Tree when Naturia was like the 3rd best deck with Runic.
Yeah.
And Runic cards are bad now.
Runic cards are bad.
I mean, they're coming back now that Detonators, seeing the dust. But
Okay,
Okay.
can Sprite Elf come back?
honestly, I'd rather it not personally because I don't like Sprite.
I don't think it
this is so
does anything like that's too
It's-
degenerate except making Sprite
Except
look
the
happy.
inboard.
I can see the argument that Sprite Elf is illegal and natural and nobody's playing it. So,
If it comes back to 1.
I mean, like Master Plan's legal in Master Duel, and no one's playing that.
We're not
And
talking about Master Plan.
I think it's a fair card, especially for keeping Droll and the Mulch Armies here. Nah.
Verte is legal and natural and
I think there
think
are a
the
few other
problem-
links that could come back. I think Samor could come back. I think Meow Mew could come back.
Yeah.
I think Super Heavy Scarecrow could come back.
Yeah. Well, okay, if Gamma stays limited, then yeah.
Yeah.
I can see Verde coming back just because.
If Block Dragon is staying
much.
banned, then I think Super Heavy's fine.
No, Block Dragon comes back to. What is Block Dragon doing with Super Heavy?
Like,
But it's super
just
heavy.
rock.
it's a monster pile. Like
It's
monster
just
mash.
rocks. Super Heavies are not rocks.
They can still abuse it somehow. Free Gigantus.
I think Block Dragon needs to come back because of the Magnavox Sword coming out.
And I think people freak out about Adamancipator, but like let's go back in time and think about what the Adamancipator deck was ending on, right? It was ending on like Appaloosa, which is banned. It was ending on Boral Savage, which is banned. It was ending on like a Buster Lock that was being set up by a Union carrier, which is banned.
And you still don't want Master Plan to come back when those arguments still apply to Spiral?
I just hate Spiral players. Like I've just never met a Spiral player I like. I just want them to suffer.
Fair argument.
Was that so hard to say?
No, I've been saying it the whole time.
Not fair argument. I agree.
That's the same reason I don't want Misk back.
Yeah, no, Miss can never come back. Not being able to respond is not healthy.
Yeah.
I do feel like
I agree.
Misk might come to 2, only because the next TCG exclusive is dinosaur type.
Yeah.
I think that's an argument to not bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so that's all the cards I have here. So are we happy with this list? Is there anything we should about it? I think I'm cool.
I'm good.
I'd be happy with this.
I'd be very happy with this list.
Haters will disagree, but it's okay.
Haters will disagree. Haters will like I said, the Necros players will cry about Arclight being banned. But
I don't think Trolls needs to be.
If the haters disagree, they can tell me in the comments if you need to engage on this video. So
yeah. What we can do like a response video, like to the comments.
we encourage the comments. Yeah, we can do a response video and people can give their opinions and we can reply with like a long video.
You're recording this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of jump scared me, Chris. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know you were in here.
Well, no, I've been here for like a hot minute.
I wasn't paying
Give me
attention.
Nordic support.
No,